Hi everybody, I'm Julie Kerr, writer and director of the indie nerdy comedy Geek Loves Funk. You can check out my website down below to know more about me. This is a video where I'm going to briefly talk about Doctor Who. Coming back, and I'm super excited. It might be already back by the time I upload this, but I think Doctor Who's awesome, so enjoy this quick video is celebrating Doctor Who. Okay, hi, I'm Julie, and I'm gonna talk about Doctor Who. Okay, I did a video about a year ago about Doctor Who, and I got a comment from the person is Public Display of Anderson, and the comment says, "Yes, you should!" exclamation point. And I went back and watched the video, I sort of bits and pieces, and I'm not sure what the person is referencing. But yes, you should. Would I ever be down to be in a Doctor Who episode as an indie filmmaker, as an indie actor? Yeah. As long as I get to play a good guy. I'd want to play a good guy. Okay, so yeah, I made a video on Doctor Who. I will link to that below. I've since then discovered some really cool Doctor Who videos. I'll link to some of those below. Princess Weeks, I think she's awesome. If I'm saying that right, she did a really good video on Martha Jones, one of the companions, so totally. Okay, so this is going to be brief, but I'm going to talk, that video, my first video was very thorough on why I like Doctor Who, and I still stand by that video. I recently, after I made that video, I went ahead and rewatched some of my favorite Doctor Who's. And then I finished the Jodie Whittaker episodes. Jodie Whittaker, who played Doctor Who. And I have like comments. Yeah. So the first, I'm just going to say my 3 things I want to say about Doctor Who, basically. So first thing I want to say is it's still my favorite Doctor Who is Peter Capaldi. He's my favorite. He's just cool. He plays guitar. He's gritty. This is a side note, I like how they made Doctor Who in general. Ever since Matt Smith, they made Doctor Who like stylish, like I guess you could call it nerd chic. But I like that Doctor Who brought a sense of fashion to the nerd community, because like David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, and then Jodie Whittaker, I think they brought a certain fashion to the nerd community, which I really like. So. But my favorite dynamic is Peter Capaldi and Clara. I'll try to find some videos on the internet that like explains their dynamic. But one thing I've heard about them, people say like I think they were really good friends, but their dynamic wasn't always healthy. Maybe, but I think like their love for each other as friends was more important to them. So sometimes they would break the rules of the cosmos to be good friends to each other, and that is very compelling storytelling. So very compelling storytelling. So and I'll link below, but Peter Capaldi and Clara, his companion, I just love their dynamic. I think it's just such a wonderful depiction of a friendship or of people who really love each other. So I really like that. The second thing I want to say is I think Jodie Whittaker did a great job as Doctor Who. I think she seems like a nice person. She had really big shoes to fill to be the first female Doctor Who. What I would say, this is me being jokey, and I'm an indie filmmaker, so what the heck do I know? But I guess I would say, to the writers, and feel free to tell me to go F myself, but like, I guess the way they wrote Jodie Whittaker, my question is, have they ever like met like a woman? But I think the issues, Doctor Who is supposed to be, I guess, a little bit like quirky or something like that. And I think that they didn't know how to write a woman who's like quirky or really into science or that kind of thing. Like, but then my question is, have they ever met a woman? I was like, okay, that's me being stupid. Like, what do I know? It's just like, I guess what I'm saying is like, I don't know if the writing did Jodie Whittaker any favors, and I don't know. But I think Jodie Whittaker did a good job. I think the holiday specials with Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who, I like the holiday specials, and I think that's where the show found its rhythm. And no offense to anybody, like, what do I know? But I do think, like, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who and her companion Yaz. I think I'm saying that right. I'll put it here if I'm not. I think they had a lot of chemistry. I think the actress who plays Yaz is very charismatic and maybe like a little more charismatic than Jodie Whittaker, but that's okay. If you have Jodie Whittaker and Yaz, I feel like that should have been most of the show of Jodie Whittaker's run, because Yaz, the actress who plays Yaz, is very charismatic, I think. And then her playing off Jodie, who's I guess like I don't know if it's the writers or Jodie, but they kind of played it safe. I think they played it too safe, and it's just like, I don't know, after Peter Capaldi, I don't know, like I wanted more, that kind of thing. But I still think Jodie Whittaker did a good job, and I think that, but I think this show should have been more Jodie Whittaker and Yaz, in my opinion. And they had a lot of chemistry. I like that we find out they are like in love with each other. I thought that was great. And I have no agenda. Yes, I'm gay, but I just want good storytelling. I was like, great, something's happening. You know what I mean? So I was like, so my friend, who's also my cinematographer, I was like, hey, what'd you think of Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker? Because she's been watching Doctor Who since forever. It was on public television in West Virginia, and that's how she started watching Doctor Who. And I was like, hey, what'd you think of Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who? And she showed me her phone. Her phone screensaver was a picture of Jodie Whittaker and Yaz with the TARDIS, and I was like, awesome. And then my cinematographer, my friend, who's also my really good friend, she said, you know, this is us, feel free, internet, to tell us to go F ourselves, like, what do we know? But she said, you know, as far as the Jodie Whittaker years of Doctor Who, she's like, they're not bad at writing women, they're just bad at writing, but whatever, what do I know? It's just like, I don't know what happened. It's like, you know, and hey, if I got hired to write an episode of Doctor Who, I'd be the luckiest person alive. And one, two, I would give it my best, but three, hey, maybe I'd suck at writing Doctor Who. I don't know. But yeah, I think I wanted more from that Doctor, the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. But in general, I think the show could have helped Jodie out more. That's what I think. So, but I think Jodie Whittaker did a good job. Her and Yaz had tons of chemistry. The character Yaz, played by, I'll put her name here. And so that actress is very charismatic. So I feel like she's going to have a very long career. Maybe she's already had a great career. And yeah, so but yeah, I still think I'll still go back and watch, you know, episodes from Doctor Who. Like I said, I feel like it was the last couple of Christmas or holiday specials where the show was finally finding its rhythm, when it was more about Yaz and the 13th Doctor, just their dynamic. It was just more interesting. I didn't even need them to be in love, just something was happening. But I thought it was cool that they, you know, were into each other. So that's cool. So the third thing I want to say about Doctor Who is that, yeah, here's my favorite thing about Doctor Who. Like, it does, like, why do nerds like it or whatever? It does celebrate, like, intellect and diplomacy. You never see the Doctor, like, holding a weapon, like a gun or a knife. Like, the Doctor's always got a sonic screwdriver in a TARDIS and is always looking good, sharp, fashionable, but that's kind of cool. And that's definitely, nerds are intellectuals, nerds are diplomatic. And so that's why it appeals. It's always like the Doctor's always trying to think it through rather than punching their way through it. I love action movies. I just saw the Marvels. I loved it. So I love a good action movie where they're just punching their way through it. Like, totally. I'll watch that all day, right? Or I watch football, right? And they're like, you know, they're bumping into each other. But yeah, as far as what makes Doctor Who special, you never see the Doctor holding a weapon. It's always he or she, or they're always using their intellect, and that's pretty cool, you know. So yeah, those are the three things I wanted to say about Doctor Who. I still think it's a great show. I think Jodie did a great job. She had a lot of pressure on her shoulders, so I think they played it too safe. They're like, Doctor Who's a woman, let's play it really safe. But they played it way too safe, like, you know. And that's okay. That's okay. What do I know? I'm just an asshole on the internet. Okay, so Doctor Who it's a great show. It's a great show. If you're into science fiction, it's a great show. It might go to Disney, but nothing, I love Disney, and for sure, I'm looking at, I have a little Mary Poppins action figure, so I love Disney, but Doctor Who has edge. The series, I feel like it's kind of edgy and can push the envelope for a sci-fi show. So I hope if Doctor Who goes to Disney, I hope Disney doesn't Disneyfy Doctor Who, because, you know, I feel like Doctor Who asks kind of deep questions. Disney can be deep, don't get me wrong. I could talk all day about how much I love Disney, but I don't want Disney to Disneyfy Doctor Who. So, but the idea of Doctor Who being on Disney Plus, I have Disney Plus, so that's kind of exciting, but it's just like, yeah. So, but I'm sure Doctor Who's going to be fine. It's been around forever, and I think it's a great show. I've seen an episode of every single Doctor that's ever been. I think it's a good show. Okay, and I'll link to other videos that I've discovered about Doctor Who that I was watching, and I thought it was really cool. So, okay, so to everyone out there, my Doctor Who swag is in the other room, but I have a Doctor Who jacket. Yeah, oh, you know what? I need to show you this. Okay, guys, no lie, I got this jacket. I got this jacket for $25. It was on sale. It's called Hero Within. I will link to that below. They make really good products. So I got this jacket for $25. I was like, $25, I have to buy this. Okay, this is like a bomber jacket, but it's basically my Doctor Who jacket. When you open it, it's the TARDIS. Okay, when you close it, it's the outside of the... I'm not being paid to say this. I'm just like, nerds of the world who want some Doctor Who swag. So here, that's on the corner. The back is the TARDIS. If you can see it, yeah, you can see it. The back is the TARDIS. What other goodies? Okay, it's a great jacket. There's this little zip puller. It says, oh, it's like backwards, but here we go, yeah. Police public box, yeah. And right now, I'm giving the love to Jodie. It says 13th Doctor, baby, but you can take this off. It's Velcro, and you can put whatever Doctor you want. 13th Doctor. This is my Doctor Who jacket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love Doctor Who, so that's my swag. $25. So I will link to it's called Hero Within. They make really good, stylish clothing for folks who want to show their nerdy side. It's called Hero Within. I am saying this for free. They are not paying me to say this. So, okay, yeah, so sometimes stuff will go on sale. I got that for $25. That's bananas. So, okay, so, yeah. So anyone, all the Doctor Who fans, y'all are awesome. Doctor Who's awesome. I'm excited about the new episodes coming up. And I don't know, Doctor Who's cool. So to all the Doctor Who fans, you're awesome. We're friends. We're kindred spirits. Let's throw a Doctor Who party and good times. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Keep watching Doctor Who because it's awesome. And y'all have a great night. Bye.